I really enjoyed your talk. We've all really enjoyed the talk so far. Thank you for doing it. The question that I wanted to ask is, as we learn through meditation and mindfulness, et cetera, to diffuse from our thoughts or become the observer or take on the sky referential point instead of the clouds, how can we learn which thoughts we should pay attention to and which ones to let kind of float on by?
Well, first of all, the first one about what thoughts to pay attention to, maybe what you're saying, or give value to, and what thoughts not to give value to. I think it depends if you're talking about in meditation. Of course, okay. So we have to be able to analyze and through study and through discovery. Everything leaves an imprint. So some thoughts are positive, but and some thoughts are negative. That we have to study from the psychology point of view. In meditation, unless you have a particular goal in your meditation, like, for example, developing loving kindness, affection, compassion, we do those, right? We do developing joy. There are many positive qualities we're trying to develop, and those are developed through mind training, and those are developed through meditation, as well as in the world itself. So I would say that through your study, now, anything that's got a sense of agitation, aversion, strong desire and attachment, strong pride, you begin to become familiar with these afflicted minds. So one way to look at it is that those afflictions dominate our minds at our stage, and then they slowly dissipate over time. So it's important to know what the afflictive minds are. So you need a little background of that. Probably you have it. So when you're doing it, depending on the kind of meditation, some meditation, I can't say but you don't hang on to any thoughts, positive or negative, because that's what you're trying to develop. Like, for example, in certain meditations on Dzogchen and that sort of thing, you just let them, you just don't watch them. Now, in mindfulness practice, what seems to be happening is they're talking a lot about bare awareness. And I think bare awareness is not a bad thing to develop for a short time, but it's not our goal. So in bare awareness, you're not hanging on to the good, you're not hanging on to the bad. But as we talk about, we don't think that bare awareness is the answer alone. One also needs what we call discernment and focus. Okay? Well, actually, discernment, recollection, and focus. So in discernment, this is exactly what your question was. You're discerning what the nature of the mind is like. So if it's being taken over by, you're distracted and being taken over by anger, let's say, or fantasy, your power of discernment recognizes. So discernment's always a piece of your focus. Of your meditation or mind training. It's like a little bit in the background, like a guard. And then recollection is the one that says, are you remembering your object of meditation? And then focus is focus on that. Okay, so generally speaking, we should have those three. So what happens in some mindfulness descriptions sounds to me like they don't have those. They just have awareness, what's going in and out of the mind. The reason we want discernment and recollection is exactly what you're pointing out. We do want to develop positive qualities of the mind, positive states. Okay, by the way, positive states, generally speaking, don't agitate you. They have a quality of softness and positivity. Problem is we take positivity and then we cling to it. So this is where you want to be discerning. So you might have a strong sense of an affectionate mind, loving mind, compassionate mind, but because we've been doing this for zillions of years, we just really mess things up. And we just start clinging to that compassion. I want to save it. I want to preserve it. So it's about the analysis, okay?